Hey everyone, I just bought this Hilux for $2,800 and as you can see in the thumbnail, it's in pretty rough condition. Here's some videos I got. There's stuff growing everywhere on it. Pretty much all of the panels are dented. Paint is peeling everywhere. The windscreen is cracked. The interior is in need of a big clean. The car's been sitting for over 20 years and I just bought it to get it fixed. I thought I'd put it on YouTube and see if I can help anyone else out, so here I am doing just that. In this episode, I thought I'd try to get the engine running because I don't even know if it runs, but we'll see. So I thought we'll start off with a cleaning montage. Got the high pressure sprayer and just sprayed everything. Okay, so now that we've given a car a wash, the next step is to get this engine running because we can't move on if we don't know that the engine's running. I think I might need to pull this off. There we go. we go. Now this should come out. Oh man. There we go. Just discovered that the engine is not seized. That was definitely turning the crank over. I mean, wouldn't be surprised if it's not seized. There we go. Ooh, first try, 19. Yeah, I mean, not even a problem. Let me pull this off. That turns over super easy. But does super easy mean low compression? Can't really tell if there's compression. Definitely feels like there could be. Yeah, no, there's definitely compression there. So, this engine will start right up. Don't see why not. Oh, that feels good. Alright, I think the next step, now that we've confirmed that this engine turns over, I'm going to pull this radiator out and get some of these other hoses off and stuff so I can pull this timing cover off, because I need to replace the timing cover, the timing belt, because who knows, it could be the original one from 31 years ago and it's made out of rubber, so do not want to trust that. Then after that, we'll get the flush out the radiator, pull the thermostat off, flush out the coolant system in the engine. Now apparently this starter motor stopped working, and that's the reason why it was just parked for 20 years. But I do have a starter motor. I got this spare starter motor here off another Hilux that I had a bit ago, and I'm pretty sure this one works. So if the other one doesn't work, we can just chuck this in. I'm guessing though, I don't see why the starter motor would just stop working. So maybe it's something to do with the cables actually. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look at that. So I've ordered the timing belt. After I get it replaced, we'll put some oil in, fill it up with coolant, Then we got to clean the tank, because when I bought it, it had no cap. So there's definitely water and dirt and everything in there. After we get this engine running, if it does run, then I'll be ready to work on the rest of the car, because I need to know that this engine runs before I put money into everything else. If this engine doesn't run, I'm screwed. Alright, now the first step to getting this radiator out is I got to pull this plate off. So I think it's just got 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yep. Alright, that's the last bolt. So now this should just drop right. Oh hey, there's my spanner from before. There we go. Now the reason why we had to pull that off is because we need to take this out so that we can pull this radiator out. I gotta undo this. Alright. So if we just get these pliers on here, then slide it across. Alright, I got this. So if I just grab on and kind of... Oh! I think there's water in there. Oh, mate. Let's grab a bucket. Okay, I got this bucket here. Now, hopefully, you can just grab onto this, twist it around a bit. Oh, wait, it's coming from the top there. Oh, wait, I just realized I can just slide these off. They're there. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I just slid it off. Let's see what we got. Mmm, tasty. Okay, now that we've pulled that hose off down there, we can pull this radiator out. So it should just be 4 bolts, yep. And what do we got over here? 1, 2. Maybe that's it, yeah. There we go. It looks like this metal hose is connected to the radiator, so it might be easier to just pull this off. So I'm going to do that. And we just got 1 more bolt down there. I've taken off those 2 other bolts, and this should come out. Okay, there's the last bolt out. Now, this radiator should come out. Move these hoses out of the way. Whoa. There it is. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to pull these belts out. So I've got to loosen this with that bolt there, and then pull it off. And then maybe we pull these off. so that we can get access to this cover, because that is our goal, to pull this off, because behind that is the timing belt. Okay, so just got this belt out. Here it is. Yep, and then there's the other two belts. Those are just going in the bin because the new kit that I have has nice new ones. Anyway, so the next step is got to pull these clamps off, because this is in the way of pulling this cover off. But I've never seen a clamp like that, so maybe you just twist it or something. I'll figure it out and pull this bolt off as well. Now that's off. So I have to get this off. Actually, it feels like there's 4 bolts on there. Let me try pull those off. I just took those 4 bolts off and got this off here. It's just held on by 4 bolts. Now I probably need to get these other 2 pulleys off somehow. So I think to pull this off, we need to take this bolt off or whatever. But the engine just continues to spin. So what I think I'm gonna do is pull that starter motor off, because apparently it's bad. And that'll give me access to the flywheel. And then I can wedge something in there and get the engine to stay still. So first things first, I'm gonna pull this off, just so I can have better access down in there. Alright, now that I got this off, I think I'm actually going to pull these fuel hoses off, because I need to clean the fuel system, and so I'll just make sure these hoses are clean on the inside. And it'll give me more room to get to the starter motor there. So yep, that's what I'm going to do. There we go. Now I pulled all those fuel hoses off, and now I'm going to pull this fuel filter off, because there's probably a lot of dirty fuel in there. Well, old fuel, and I don't want that old fuel going into the engine, so I'm going to clear out all the lines, starting with this. You see that? Not clean. Okay, so I just pulled this fuel filter off. It was full of fuel. Let's see here. Quite yellow. Definitely, it stinks as well. I wouldn't want that in my engine. There it is. Now, usually you'd replace this. I'll definitely replace it eventually, but I might reuse it just to start the car. Okay, so a bit of an update. Pulled this starter motor off. Must be this one here. It sounds quite bad. I definitely think it was broken, like the guy said. Because if you hear that, that's what a bad one sounds like. Alright, well that's the old one. And this one that I know is good. It's a lot quieter. Now, after I pulled that out, me and Dad wedged a crowbar in there and got this bolt off the crank shaft thingamabob, and we pulled this off. So now we got all this ready for some new stuff to go on, which is good. I bought a few things here. We got a new timing belt, new water pump, new drive belt, a few other things, so we'll replace that. You can definitely tell this car has only done 88,000 because everything is so clean. Like, it's just got a shine to it. Okay, so now we have the new timing belt in and a few new things like a new water pump, and we're going to put the timing cover back on next. Okay, a bit has happened. Put this cover on and then put like these belts on, the pulleys here, this fan on, and put this starter motor back, well, the new starter motor. This should hopefully work, it's all hooked up. Then I got this back on and I was just pumping the fuel through so that we can empty the lines, because I drained the tank. And there's the fuel, very tasty. Next step is to get the radiator in, plug in all the hoses for that. Just quickly put these fuel hoses in, shouldn't take long. We'll reuse the fuel filter because I don't have another one. And then put some water in it, put a bit of oil in it, plug in a battery, and start her up. Alright, put the fuel hoses back on, this back on, radiator back on, filled it up with water. It's got a battery now. Everything's ready to go. Filled it up with a bit more oil. I just filled it up with some more fuel, so I just got to pump that, and then we'll see if it starts. Okay, hopefully this should start, maybe. It's in neutral. Pump the fuel. Yo guys, so as you would have just seen, I tried to get this car started because I changed the timing belt and it didn't start. So there's a few things that it could be. The first thing that I'm going to check is the glow plugs, because for some reason they don't seem to be turning on when I turn the ignition on. And then if the glow plugs don't fix it, it might mean that there's no fuel getting to the engine. So as you can see here, I've pulled off this cover here so that I can get access to these glow plugs in here, and I've also pulled off the wire so that I can test the continuity of each glow plug. And when I tested them, these first two did not have continuity, which means they're broken, but these two, that one and that one back there, did, so they're fine. But I've ordered 4 new ones just to be safe. So I've taken out all of the glow plugs. You can see they were there, and in those two. I think we might have found the issue to why it wasn't starting. I should have checked this before, but the ignition fuse is blown. Always check your fuses. Alright, so I've got the new glow plugs here, so I just got to chuck them in and see if this car starts, I guess, after I changed the ignition fuse, because I can't believe that was blown.
Something clicked.
Yep, it's on alright. Alright, now that we know that this engine's running, we need to move on to some other stuff. And that'll be in the next video. So for now, get ready for that next video. I'll see you later.